Good evening, Cryptid fans.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we got a full screen here tonight, man. We're going back to Michigan tonight. We've had some pretty cool stuff out of Michigan, and it looks like we're going to enjoy some more Michigan stories or actual happenings, or etc. etc. But anyway, hi Jeffrey, little guy down in the corner. Go ahead, because I know you're splitting at the guts to tell us all about your damn tree knock. So just get it over with.
He can't. He's got a mouthful of dip.
I was kind of hoping he would swallow it. That's why I did it. Come on.
So,
time is of the essence.
Sunday night, Jerry still doesn't believe me.
I didn't believe you.
I walked outside to go put the chickens up, and at 10 o'clock, right across behind the nursing home, right in the power line, clearest knock I've ever heard.
And what night was this?
That was Sunday night.
Sunday night. What time?
10 p.m.
The winds at that time were 35 miles an hour.
There was no wind.
Yes, there was.
Not over here.
I've got documented proof of it.
Sure it was.
Get him, Jerry.
Documented proof. See, Maggie, this is what I have to put up with.
Well, like this morning. Hey, you could have picked on me, but you didn't.
I did not pick on you.
And I saw the eye shine this morning. I know one was a deer, but I'd like to know what the
that
were
was?
down at ground level, literally, like it was laying flat on the ground. I'd like to know, but I'm sure it was a deer. Because why it was on the ground like that, I don't know. But
deer don't usually lay on the ground.
Not when they're trying to get away from an automobile.
No.
But who knows? Anyway, it's not about us. It's about Michigan. And Maggie and daughter Abby is with us tonight. Chad, I didn't forget about you.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
You growed horns on us all of a sudden there.
I would say a joke, but I won't.
That'd be nice. Enjoying your big deck tonight?
Can't you tell?
Can't
you tell I'm ready? Can't you tell I'm horny?
Yes, I see that. Anyway, we're starting to dive off the edge here real quick.
2 seconds off the rails.
But anyway, by all means, tell us a little bit about yourself, Maggie and Abby. Whoever wants to go first, and I'm sure people know who you are.
Well, yeah, most of you know who I am. Obviously, Maggie Johnson. That's my daughter up in the corner there, Abby. We've had some kind of unusual experiences here in the last couple months that all came about in like a 5-day period. Jeff and I know each other, obviously, from the Cryptid Podcast. We both moderate on there together.
Sorry about your luck.
Tell me about it. Gives a girl a stigma after a while, hanging out with the milkman. But so I got in touch with him and shared some of those things with him, and then in further touch with Roger Williams, and he shared some of those photos. And Abby and I have a video. Abby actually took. She and I just went out for an evening ride to kind of just get her out of the house because she has 2 young little people who keep her pretty busy, and she needed a break. And I had shared with her some photos that of a track set that another friend of ours and I had found 2 days prior. And she couldn't be here with us tonight. She has the flu. And I said, well, we could take a ride, kind of back in this area where we found those tracks. And she's like, fine. So we took a ride out that way. And kind of this whole scenario kind of blossomed, kind of around through that. But Abby was my video person that night in that video that you're going to see kind of later on in this show or whenever Jerry decides to show
that up. That is a cool video. Very cool video.
So, but we live in kind of a strange area. We have a lot of odd happenings here. We live in what they call the Michigan Triangle. We have everything from Sasquatch reportings and dogman sightings to UFOs and shipwrecks and even the reported, and this is a little closer to Abby's house, it's kind of in her backyard, the melon heads, the famed Felt Mansion. That was always my don't stay out too late, Abby, the melon heads will get you. Where all, you guys, when you were young, the burgers will get you. It was Abby, the melon heads are going to get you. Don't stay out.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, we have a lot of crazy stuff out here. A lot of UFO sightings in this area too, out over Lake Michigan, because we're only just a couple miles from the big lake.
Now, do you guys go out and investigate the stuff, or do you just that's what you're seeing?
We don't really go out and investigate much of anything. We happened on this totally by chance, really.
Yeah, I went with her that one night. That was the only time that we went out one other time besides that way after that, but that was the only time that we've gone out together and actually, you know, she was telling me about what she had experienced. And then we kind of went out in that same area. So I had that in my forethought going out there.
So, Maggie, have you always believed in all of this, or?
Yes, very much.
Okay.
I was raised with a mom who very much was a Sasquatch believer and had a sighting when she was in Alaska back in the 80s. She'd done over a month-long tug tour through Alaska. And so she was very much and always had been a Sasquatch believer. So that was just something that it was never a question in my mind to even doubt that existence. So.
Abby, what about you?
You know, I never thought too deep into it until she started talking to me about it. So now the wheels are turning, and especially after taking, you know, the video of what I took, definitely got the wheels turning.
When she told you, did you believe her, or were you like
kind of just like nonchalant? But I'm like, yeah, okay. You know, she showed me the pictures though, so that obviously had a little bit of, you know, definition behind it, because I've never seen any prints like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I've never seen anything except fingerprints. So I've always, like Maggie, like you, I've always believed, you know, I always had an active imagination as an only child. And everything I saw about Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster or the Dog Man, I believed all of it could exist. You know, I have a brain that I, you know, kind of said, if I'm here, I'm sure other things are here too, you know, because we're not, you know, just because we're not seeing them doesn't mean they're not here. Very cool.
Now, Maggie, didn't you tell me that the first one you ever saw was in Montana?
Yes, I had a Sasquatch sighting many years ago in Montana, and Abby was actually along. She was just asleep in the back seat of the car. She was just a small little girl, and that was up in northeastern Montana, right off the Saskatchewan border, driving back from dinner. I saw a Sasquatch just quietly walking across a wheat field. It was probably over a quarter of a mile away, and it was unmistakable. I mean, it was probably, by best guess, probably close to 9 foot tall, and it was just simply angling away from me and walked off down into a coulee and walked away.
That's cool. That's
like the sighting everybody wants: distance, going across the field.
Yeah, that's the perfect sighting. You're right.
That was quite literally the perfect sighting, and it was not frightening, and it wasn't shocking because, like I said, I grew up with a mom who was very much a believer. I grew up watching, you know, Leonard Nimoy and, you know, watching all of the different shows. And so, you know, there wasn't anything frightening about it. It was just something that was supposed to exist in our household. That's what you were told to believe.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. Same childhood, believe me. Yeah, that's cool stuff. So, I mean, besides actually having eyes on, which is cool, I mean, you've seen Eyeshine. The video we're going to see shortly is going to show you that. Anything else in particular, like around your area of Michigan that, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and call you a researcher because Jeff has told me you're not a researcher.
No, not at all.
So to speak. So you're just somebody that happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Right place, right time. I have a strong interest in it. You know, I listened to Cam Buckner for a good number of years. And then became friends with Daniel Hamilton and did a little co-hosting with him. So, you know, the interest is strong. I mean, it's a really neat, not a researcher, but a field to follow. Have made some wonderful friends here. But as far as experiences, not up until, you know, that Sasquatch sighting many years ago. And living in Michigan, I mean, you're kind of surrounded by all kinds of weird things all the time. We have all kinds of things going on around here. I mean, the Dog Man is a big thing up north, but prior to that week of experiences, and 2 days prior to Abby and I having gone for a ride is when my friend Kirsten and I had gone out for the initial ride, where that initial track you see in comparison to the foot and the dollar bill, that was the first time out. And she actually saw something, and I missed it because I was busy looking at a gas gauge on a side-by-side that had previously registered 3/4 of the way full. And I happened to look down, and it's now on empty. And we're not even had gone even 3 miles round trip from my home. And all of a sudden, I have no gas. And this is a relatively new vehicle to us. So I'm trying to figure out.
You guys were test driving it, weren't you?
What have I done? This it doesn't have dual tanks, so I couldn't have switched it to something. So, what's going on here? So as I'm, putting along, and she suddenly grabs my arm and she's like, "Did you see that?" And I'm like, "Well, I see an empty gas gauge, if that's what you're referring to." And she had like a death grip on my arm, and I looked over, and she has very long blonde hair. And for the most part, all of it around her head was standing up like she just grabbed a static ball. I'm like, "Oh, what's going on here?" She's like,
Oh, wow.
"Did you see that?" And I'm like, "Clearly didn't see what you saw." And she's pointing down the road, and I'm like, "I see the road." And she's like, "No, something huge, like the size of a buffalo, just shot across the road, jet black, made one bounce in the middle, and was gone." I'm like, "Well, I didn't see that." She's like trying to tell me to pull ahead. She's like, "Drive up there." So I pull up and we drive along, and you'll see this track photo coming up. It is the largest canine type print I have ever seen. And mind you, where we live, we have no bear. We don't have wolves. We don't have anything of that nature to leave a track of that size here. We have coyotes and deer. So
what color the one you saw? Sorry, in Montana. What color was that?
It was a mahogany reddish brown color.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And the sun was setting, so it was very easy to see the color. And it had long, kind of orangutan type fringe off of the arms.
9 feet tall.
That is interesting. Yeah, eyes on is awesome.
9 foot tall, because the wheat in that field was well over my hips at that time, and the wheat on that thing wasn't even that you could see like to its knees. Right. So it had to have been considerably taller than I am.
Absolutely. Well, we got a bunch of photos. You tell me where you want to get started now.
Sure. How do you want to walk through the photos? Because you've kind of got the timeline on the photos a bit better than.
Well, it's the way they're downloaded the way Jeff sent them to me. So if you had any kind of timeline, it went out the window. So
I sent them the way she sent them.
Okay, I'll start down here
with the first one, which would be the foot with the dollar bill in the print.
Yep. Okay, let me. No, I'm sorry. Hold on just 1 minute, folks. I'll be right back. Take over, Jeff. Be right back.
All right. Yeah,
if you're going to take over, you got to say something.
That foot with the dollar bill, that is a damn big foot.
Kirsten's going to love to know that you said that about her foot.
I'm not talking about Kirsten.
Oh, the track.
I thought you were.
So did I. The track pictures, but you're referring to the track foot, not the human foot.
So you didn't see what she had saw run across?
I did not see that. No, I was focused on the gas gauge that had went from 3/4 to then empty. But by the time we then made our way back up to where that track was, the gas gauge was then registering the correct amount of gas, which was back up at 3/4 of the way full.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Electrical malfunction. Just like everything else that quits working when you're around the damn things.
I don't know. But then when Abby and I did our ride and had which is, I don't know, that was a far more intense because I was present for that one. Fully present.
Hey, Kristen's in here. She says, "Easy on my foot."
Poor dear's got the crud.
Oh, poor Kristen.
Let's see. I'm trying to find some questions here to ask.
Now you've also had the same time all the Dogman stuff was going on, you had the Bigfoot stuff happening at the same time too.
Yeah, well, there was Bigfoot kind of stuff going around here. Kirsten Clee had kind of a knock on her house one day when we were over there, but I can't say that was Bigfoot or not, but it was kind of ironic that something just beat on the side of her house 3 times, and she lives out in the middle of nowhere and has no close neighbors.
Yeah, you two are the closest together, aren't you? There's like no one else around there, is there?
She's kind of a straight shot, which would be down a power line, so she doesn't really have any, neighbors in front of her house or behind her house.
And you're like in the middle of the woods. Your place is like
yeah, I'm out in the middle of the woods. The Kalamazoo River runs, to around my house to the north, so we're pretty remote.
That's pretty cool.
Sounds squatchy to me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Didn't you tell me you thought you heard something come up on your back deck or something?
There's no way for anything to get on my back deck because it's elevated without any steps. Thank goodness. Kind of a sense of security really anymore. But no, we've had wood knocks in our woods back here before. I've heard wood knocks. And we have a healthy coyote population. And Abby and I have heard just this intensely creepy howl. Which we did hear when we were out on that ride, and we'll explain that more to you when you show the video. There's a moment where we actually, prior to filming the video, we had actually driven past this creature first, seeing the eyes in the woods and not knowing at first what it was, thinking that somehow maybe someone had managed to get a vehicle in the woods. Because of the height of it and the roundness and the size of the yellow, I thought it was like a reflector on a newer Jeep or some kind of reflector on a vehicle as we were driving by, and then realizing that it was still watching me as I'm looking over my shoulder. We had actually stopped and kind of gotten ourselves back in a group trying to figure out what that was. And when we had stopped, we heard this howl that was off to our east along the river that was very much similar to what you would hear in American Werewolf in London. Yeah, it was pretty scary, wasn't it, Abby?
That would be
creepy.
Especially after seeing something in the woods that we didn't know what it was. We figured, all right, we'll turn around and we'll think about this. What could it be? A series of reflectors? Is it, something? What is it? Is it natural? What, our mind is racing trying to figure it out. And then we park and we hear that and it's like, oh.
Mind you, this is a full moon.
Yes, this was the full sturgeon moon, the Thursday of the full sturgeon moon. So it was pretty creepy all in all. And it was just intended to be a ride to get her out of the house, not serve her up as dinner.
not to give her nightmares the rest of her life.
What I saw in that video was not reflectors. It may have been reflectors, but it ain't reflectors of metal type.
I'm pretty sure reflectors don't change colors, so
or blink,
or go up and down.
Right.
Okay, I got this first photo pulled up here.
There's Kristen's foot.
Yeah, there's Kirsten's foot. Yes, and that is the first set of tracks that we came across.
That's huge.
Right here.
Yeah, and that was, we had just driven through that area, Kirsten and I. So, and those were not there because, as you can see, she's standing in the side-by-side track that we just driven through.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was not there. So yeah, and like I said, there is nothing in this part of Michigan that I am aware of that leaves a track of that nature.
Yeah, it's sizable, that's for sure.
That is a big fella.
I remember seeing these, yeah. I'm going to try to just go through these without going back and forth to the main screen, so I apologize for anything.
Oh, no problem.
There. Again, try. I'll just pick one here. Start right here. Showing it. Nope, of course it's not going to work. Okay. Wow, it disappeared totally, didn't it? Totally took the other one off. I don't know what StreamYard did to change the share screen stuff, but it don't work like it used to. Onward.
Look, Maggie's even got a name tag in the background there.
So we have this one here.
Yeah, these are from the evening that Abby and I were out together.
Yes.
So this is 2 days. Yeah. This is
So
from
we're looking at something here, you're saying here. And then,
I would assume right there in the middle.
Yes.
So it's walking it walks like a dog. 1 foot in front of the other.
Oh, it gets even weirder.
Yeah, these tracks get very strange.
They have like a weird pattern to them.
Was it playing hopscotch or something? It's just, never mind.
2112
Kind of.
I guess. Kind of. Hopscotch. Yeah.
Oh wow.
yeah, see this.
These tracks, Abby and I encountered probably, Abby, about a quarter of a mile before we first encountered the eyes, and they were going down the side of the road, and then they would just simply disappear.
What was the distance, do you think, between those? Two of those look pretty close, but then the next one looks pretty far away.
Some of those sides are greater than 4 foot apart.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Up in here, definitely, yeah.
That's just an odd stepping pattern.
Yeah. Guys, very strange. And there's a few more sets that you'll be able to see that highlight them.
Oh, wow. There you can see across the road.
Hey, Chad, Robbie was saying that those tracks are just a little bit bigger than the ones that they found in Joe Bald.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Wow.
May I ask, what made you notice those?
The depth of them in the headlights, honestly.
We're in a severe drought at this time, so I mean, this stuff just kind of stands right out to you when you're driving.
Okay. Yeah,
It's real dusty.
if you're not looking for it though, I mean, you guys obviously were looking at the road like good
Yeah,
drivers.
we weren't driving fast. We were out for just kind of a leisurely ride, just chatting with one another and hanging out. It was a beautiful night. I mean, it was a super full moon.
May actually go to this other night shot here. Then we'll go back
That's
to
cool.
Yeah, man.
And you can tell that whatever it was had some heft to it, because those are some pretty deep indentations, because the side-by-side tracks are not even as deep in the ground as some of those tracks appear to be.
That is correct. That's exactly what yep, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was saying, I was getting ready to say, look at the depth of the prints. Yeah.
That depth is crazy.
Yes.
It was hard not to miss in the headlights.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're so deep, they leave a good shadow,
Yeah.
they make you notice them.
Yeah, they were prominent.
And if that was from an actual wolf, they wouldn't be that deep.
No, I mean, look at the side-by-side
Wolf
tracks.
doesn't even weigh that much.
No, and a dog doesn't
that
follow
kind of
that type of a pattern. They tend to meander when they walk. They dog track.
That is cool stuff.
Yeah, that's an awesome night photo.
Yes.
And this is from that Tuesday, same week. Those night photos are from that Thursday. This is from that Tuesday when Kirsten and I were out.
Almost looks like you can see a heel.
Yes. Yeah, you can kind of see a heel. And if you look, there's a next photo where you can see more of a heel splay with it.
Yep. Right here.
Heel and nails, that's for sure.
And nails. Yep.
Let me enlarge
Yeah.
that quick.
And that's not a double step.
No, because this is where it hit one time and bounced across the road when Kirsten saw it.
Definitely claw area up in here. Yeah, definitely heel. Yep, for sure. You can clearly see it right in here. Very cool.
Wow.
Very cool.
That is crazy.
Let's see if I can swing it.
Absolutely crazy.
Okay, that's all I have for the tracks. I'm not going to play your video yet until you're actually ready to lead into that.
Whenever you're ready to. I mean,
I'm
we
ready
can
for that video. I'll watch the video all night long.
All of this was prior.
yeah, this was all prior to the video. So the daytime tracks were all from a Tuesday, and the nighttime tracks were from that Thursday.
And that was the same night you got the video.
Correct. Yep. And that was all. Abby, what did we figure the time was on that video? It started at like what, 9:30 to 9:50 or somewhere in that line. It wasn't very late
The timing on the video is 9:50. Timing on the video is 9:56, and this track picture was
Like
taken at
9:20.
9:34.
Yeah. So it was like 20 minutes. Yeah, from the time of the photos to the time of the video.
Hillary wants to know
And
how
these ones,
far
for
away that
reference,
was.
I'm
the
sorry,
lighter
Abby.
colored ones were at 9:26. So those are like 10 minutes apart
Yeah,
What was
Hillary was
20
asking if
for the video.
she wants to know how far away it is from your house.
Oh, not more than, as the crow flies, 1.5 miles.
Yeah.
So, do you still go outside?
Yes. Cautiously and with a
Armed?
yes.
Yeah, she went
A
hunting.
well-armed household.
She did go bow hunting this weekend, so it can't be that.
Hey.
Okay, we're going to share this video here real quick. If there's any, I don't remember, but if there's any foul language, we apologize.
There is, and I apologize.
Yeah, there is.
One bad word.
That's okay. We have Jeff here, so we understand all about foul language. So
I'd have to say if I saw something, I would probably throw some
let
words
me
out.
tell you something. It's human instinct.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll tell you, if I saw that, I would be saying a lot more, probably.
I
well,
had nothing to say.
I've seen eye shine that catches you off guard. It'll make every hair on your arm stand up. I can promise you that.
When you're watching
You
this
will know.
video,
You will know what you're looking at.
the Kalamazoo River is just to our right of this video. So that literally, there's a river bank just on the other side of us as well.
Okay. I'll probably cycle it a couple times. So again, apologize for any language, folks. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Check that out.
I think he's lucky and doesn't have the sound on.
It's definitely following you.
Oh, it made clear eye contact with both of us.
I feel like I can see the outline of the head.
When DA and Robbie blew it up and kind of stopped it in sections, they were able to kind of make it so you could see the outline of an ears, set of ears and a muzzle.
What height? What do you think the eyes were at?
What do you think the height might have been?
We actually went back to try to pin, because I took this video and I have an Apple phone so I can see the exact location. We went back to try to see the elevation of the ground and everything, and we couldn't pinpoint exactly where it was at. We tried so hard, actually.
Yeah, it's level ground that it is at, but based on the height of like the overgrowth and so forth, I would say those eyes are probably at the 4-foot level or better.
Okay.
Did you see what Hillary just said? She said, I have a feeling turning the water hose on wouldn't work.
Nope. I don't think turning the hose on that is going to deter it.
We'll watch this again real quick.
Yeah, I think Robbie's right. I'd take at least 5 foot off the ground.
Yeah. And it's a good distance away from us as well.
Big eyes, man. They are big.
Yeah, they looked as big as baseballs.
What you filmed this with an Apple phone or?
Yeah.
Those eyes are huge. The thing that disturbs me about it is it actually gets closer.
Yeah, it
moves
seems
up on
to
us.
move at some point.
Yeah, especially now when you're not seeing any more eye shine. Where's it at? You know?
That's when the
Did it turn? No,
There it
there we
goes.
go. No.
You know, we don't have any light on it. We had the spotlight, but no battery.
Really? There's no light on that at all.
No, that's just the ambient light from the headlights on the side by side, because we're facing due west and looking out over my left side. So Abby's filming over me.
Full moon,
Wow.
you said that night? You said it was a full moon?
It
Or?
was a full moon. Yeah, it was a full sturgeon moon.
Wow, that's
August 7th.
Yeah, it really did get closer. That is just
Mhm.
strange.
that is
You know-
awesome footage. What a catch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Abby's video skills are pretty amazing. Her boyfriend races motocross, so she's got some pretty good skills of keeping up with that fella racing. So
Yeah, got to be quick with it.
yeah.
Well, Jerry, we'll drive through the woods back here, and you man the camera.
I can handle it. Yep.
I'll man the steering
Use the
wheel.
fast
and
moving
you-
objects. Yeah.
You know, I've had a lot of people ask me, well, why didn't you just turn the side by side and shine the headlights on it?
Then we're
you can't run
stuck.
away.
Yeah,
Well,
then
you know,
you
you
gotta
can't
try
run
to
away.
turn and get away.
Self-preservation kicks in, and that never even occurred to me.
Don brown pants time.
Right.
Turn it in, get the hell out of Dodge position.
I think it was a brown pants moment as soon as the eyes disappeared.
Well, there's a moment in there where I asked Abby, didn't have the volume on, but I asked her, are you ready? And I think I asked her twice because I could not get that side by side in gear. I'm like, I'm like, are you ready? Please tell me you're ready.
I was so focused I couldn't answer or say a word the entire video. I said nothing.
Please tell me you're ready. Because I am. Can't get it in gear, but I'm ready. But no, it was when it made eye contact, when we were driving up, I felt like it looked directly at each of us for a moment. It was just like
It
we
did.
both just kind of went.
Daring
Yeah.
to something.
Yeah. It was a very
There's Dano.
wanting to spine chilling, but it was scary.
I didn't know Dano's name was Bad Farvo.
Is that Dano?
Yeah.
Had Farva.
Pushing my guess. Yeah, that's exactly why all of my vehicles now have dash cams. After I've seen my eye shine down the street here, yep.
Jerry, it's too bad your dash cam didn't get the eye shine this morning. Or maybe it did.
Maybe it did, but some dummy didn't bother to pull the card real quick and download it, did he?
Maggie, when we were at that camp out the other weekend, Jerry's dash cam kept going off while him and I were sitting. We kept looking over at the truck, and the light kept going on like something was in front of the truck.
Triggering the front of the truck. It was triggering the camera.
But then Jerry forgot to check it, and he drove for all weekend to
Oh, and
Virginia.
it erased over it.
Oh yeah, it records over.
You erased over.
If there was anything on there, something triggered it a couple times to go off. So.
You were even offering the milkman up for bait, and we don't even know what was going to sample the
Yeah.
bait.
Oh, I had him camped in the perfect spot.
I
Was the bait.
unknowingly picked a site that was literally within like 50 yards of where he caught that thing on the camera last year.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, or I would have picked the spot next to it that was even more creepy. The spot behind me had a little viewing port, like hollowed out in the brush where something.
Well, I was actually in your camp spot.
Yeah,
It was
in my
your
camp spot, there was
you were down in front of it.
there
But
was like a little
actually a little port there. It looked like
yeah, there's like a little port where something could have sat in there and watched.
ground all matted down.
Yeah.
A blind to hunt the milkman.
And I actually set up one of Jerry's cameras facing behind me.
Yeah. I haven't even looked at them cards yet, man. I got to get on the ball here.
As often as you fall asleep, a camera from behind you isn't going to help.
No, but what I sleep with will help if something sticks its arm through that enclosure.
It's crazy. So is this the only, other than your Montana sighting and this particular incident here, which is really cool? That video is like freaking amazing. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that was.
I'll be honest. I don't want to. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
No, absolutely.
of all the footage I've seen, of all the channels I've watched, been on, whatever, that is one of the wildest ones I've seen.
Very intriguing. Yeah, very
It
intriguing stuff.
Quite the experience. I mean, we were just kind of out for some mom and daughter time, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to show you where we found those tracks. And then, I'm like, geez Louise.
Here we are.
Here we are. That's just
Well, we've seen the video before, Chad. Don't you remember? We've
Yes,
seen that video before.
but now I get to tell her that that's some of the most incredible
Well, thank you.
footage.
good videographer over there, good co-pilot.
Yep.
But-
You're hired. Do you do truck and tractor pulling too? I could use help.
Hey, I'm sure I can get into it.
But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, aside from those two, I mean, what other?
UFOs?
I just one brief UFO encounter. Actually, I was pregnant with Abby, sitting out beside her great aunt and uncle's barn. Yeah, and actually had a sighting over their pond where a UFO came over. Very briefly, her aunt was actually around the side of the barn relieving herself, and kind of had accused all of us of turning floodlights on her. When in actuality, that was not what was lighting up the sky over the pond.
Oh.
But yeah, and it was just very brief. Came in, went over the trees, came back, and left.
Wow.
Stone sober. I was very pregnant with her, so that would have been in late June of '98. So, yeah.
Look at that. Hamilton sent that video to MK Davis.
Yes, and MK, Daryl Denton, and Joe Doyle had that video.
So yes, and Kumbo took a look at that video and the tracks as well, and so yeah, it's.
What did Kumbo have to say? That'd be interesting feedback there.
He said that he feels we have a juvenile dog man, which in of itself is horrifying, because then that leads you to believe that they're siblings and parents.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
when you have somebody like him saying, "Yeah, that's probably that's cool and kind of terrifying at the same time."
Yeah, because now the kid or kids get to grow up, the dog man kids, and then they're going to have families. And
Yeah, I mean, and where we live, I mean, we have the Kalamazoo River system to the north. We have a very large game preserve just 5 miles to the south of us, orchards around us, Lake Michigan to the west. I mean, it's kind of a buffet for just about anything that would want to live here.
Now, you're not in the area where they introduced the elk, are you?
No, that's north of us. That's in Gaylord and Grayling area. That's about 2, 3, 4 hours north of here.
There's a good food source for them.
That's getting up towards the UP then, right?
Yes, much closer to the UP. Yep.
Yeah, I have family in Traverse City.
And most of the wolves are in the UP, isn't that?
Yeah. Yeah, the wolf. Yeah, they are all in the UP. That's where the transplanted population is. Yes. But Traverse City is not that far from us, Jerry. That's about 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
Yeah, you're down South Michigan then.
Yeah, what area is Barber in, Jerry? He's in.
He's north of them. I forget exactly what area he's in, but he's kind of like, I think, up towards the central UP, not UP, but
I'll get a hold of him.
Part of the Lower Peninsula.
I'll get a hold of him this week and see where exactly he's
I
at.
haven't seen him in a while. He's got some really cool stuff too.
Yeah. Well, he does a show on Chris Grizzly's network a couple times a week. I never catch it because there's always so much going on. But
yes,
Bigfoot's Barbershop.
Yeah, Melvin. What time of night was that video shot? You may have said. I don't remember. Melvin's asking.
9:30 9:56 p.m.
9:56 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah, it had really just gotten dark.
Okay. Yeah, Melvin, I was just up through your area over the weekend. I got my eyes glued now every time I go up through there now.
Melvin had a Bigfoot sighting within an hour and a half of where we are.
Not even that.
Not even that, yeah.
Quite an hour and a half. Yeah, maybe.
Right up from where one of the biggest outdoor shows on the East Coast is every year. Funny
Just
enough,
north of Harrisburg,
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, just north of
They
Harrisburg.
have the Eastern Sports and Outdoor Show every year. Like right up from that was where Melvin saw his Bigfoot.
Yep.
Now,
Cool stuff.
Maggie and Abby, what is, besides you two,
Mhm.
what are your spouses, significant others? What do they think of what you saw? Do they like, oh my gosh,
My
that's
boyfriend said a deer at first, but after watching the video, he like thoroughly and zooming in, he changed his mind.
Well,
Okay.
the eyesight is all wrong. for
And
a
he's
deer.
just unknown.
Not a deer.
My husband is indifferent. He's definitely, well, he can tell you what it's not, but he can't tell you what it is, and he'll just
Okay.
Right.
leave it at that. So,
Makes sense. So they kind of they're not like they're obviously not involved.
neither
Like
one of them are jumping in the side by side to go for a ride to see if they can find it.
okay.
No.
I'll leave it at that.
But they don't have doubt. That's what I'm saying. They don't have doubt. They support you and your.
Oh, my husband does,
You're-
absolutely, yes.
Okay, good. Okay.
Abby, yeah, Alex is probably just like more no.
This is interesting.
You would like me to pronounce Dewajak?
I'm glad you could pronounce it because I couldn't understand it. I'm not a Michigander. We live in an M state, but not Michigan.
How
Must be
was that, Robert? I like Dewajak. There's a fun little casino there.
Yeah, just everything points to Dogman. It doesn't.
I don't look at that and see a deer. I don't.
No, I didn't either.
No.
no.
I've tracked plenty of deer, and I've had them in the lights at night. Going through the woods.
Oh yeah.
That is not a deer.
Well, and like I said, we drove past it initially, turned around, sat,
Robbie said, "Point me in the right direction. I'll go look for it."
shut the machine off, and then heard that tremendous howl off in the opposite direction. So I thought to myself, did we miss a howl coming from the way we just left but didn't hear it because the machine was running? Because it is loud. Side by side is loud. And then, obviously, we started back that way, but it was still there. And that was a fairly decent amount of time in between, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. And I don't think a deer would hang around for that. And obviously the eyes set is way wrong for a deer.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, the head movement isn't right for a deer.
And the eyes go from yellow to green. Wouldn't a deer have moved also? Wouldn't it just...
I would
I
have
mean,
think a deer would
occasionally
have
I've
taken
seen
off.
deer lock up and they'll just stand there, but normally they won't come towards you. They'll usually stay in the same place or maybe move off, depending on how they, are acting.
Incident.
Predatory move.
That
Yeah,
deer
that happened to you
that
this
just
morning.
didn't get away from me. Yep.
Yeah.
With the car. So whatever was
Yeah.
behind it, down low at the ground, just poof.
I'm sorry.
So,
Yeah, and
Every deer I've ever had experience with, if they hear a loud noise like a side by side or something,
Yeah.
they're taking off.
yeah, I've never had a deer hang around in that side by side, and we have plenty of deer around our home.
Yeah.
And we see them all the time, and those clearly were not deer tracks in the road.
Clearly not.
We didn't see a single deer that evening or any deer tracks in the road, as a matter of fact.
Now there have been occasions around here when weird stuff's been going on, and we've been out in the woods tracking deer, and something weird happens. The deer that are there, it's like they know there's something. And I've watched them when we've been out in the woods at night, getting deer out after hunting. The other deer will actually sit there and watch you and bed down.
Mhm.
It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. And that, it's almost like they know there's something worse than us, you know.
Well, maybe
out
they're
there.
looking to you for protection almost.
Yeah.
We had an incident here, it was the year before last. It was late. No, I wouldn't say late summer, midsummer. The fawns still had spots on them. And my husband and I had done wood the night before. So we were up super early because we'd gone to bed way early the evening before. So we were up at like 3:30 in the morning, sitting on our back deck having coffee. And we could hear a doe come in with her two fawns. And we could hear the two fawns just kind of milling around and bleeding with her. And we have a healthy coyote population around here. And when coyotes come in and they hunt, I mean, they're like gang members. They're awful. They announce their kill, they drag it, they holler, they scream. They do what coyotes do.
Yes,
And
they do.
we have a large creek that runs just off the back of our house, off our deck. And we heard the doe come through the creek, and you could hear the two fawns come with her. I mean, you can hear them come across. And then we heard that doe give a loud blow, and we heard a bleat. And then we heard something else come across, and you literally heard one fawn like scream, and then you heard something carry it off, and you literally kind of heard its life like being crushed out of it as it died and was carried off.
Oh, wow.
And
That's not a coyote.
That is not a coyote. And we just sat there like, what the shit just happened?
Yeah.
Because, coyotes, that would be very clear if it was a coyote. They'd be doing everything, they announce their kill. And we have two dogs. One is deaf, but the other one, you can ask Gabby, she's in tune to everything that goes around down here. Both those dogs turned around and came in the house. That's very unlike the normal behavior at this house. So it was just the strangest thing. And then now we have, this experience from this past summer. So you kind of start to think, and your mind wanders. It's like, well, is that what took that fawn? I mean, that's a big leap, but a what if is a what if. I mean,
Right.
What about have you been taking notice to any kind of like tree structures or anything in the area around these areas? Or
well, that would be, I don't know, kind of difficult. The woods here are super thick. And most recently, they had a power line cleanup crew come through, so they've like made a mess along all the roadways here.
Like they do every time they come through something.
Yeah, and it's ironically a company called Chop, and they literally just came through and chopped and kind of left everything everywhere. So it's kind of a mess. But then, I don't know how far into this I want to look either. I don't want anything really. It's a tricky situation. There's a lot going on over there that's kind of, that's kind of scary stuff when something like that stares right at you and comes forward at you. And,
I'm pretty sure I remember you saying, do you want to go back?
Yeah, I wanted to go back because, I'm in a vehicle that can go 90 miles an hour. I know I can get away, but when it all first happens.
Yeah, it gets away until it steps out in the road.
Yeah, you get away till you don't. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm thinking happened when Kristen saw that one, whatever came across the road, she said it was that big.
Yeah,
Maybe it was one of the adults. And
I don't know. It's whoever left that track that's next to her foot.
Yeah.
is there a lot of reports from the area? I mean, from other people? Have you talked to other people or any?
There are. Val Zavala had shown me a list that he had taken just through the years, and just in this area alone were like 27 sightings in like a 15-mile radius.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Evidence, man.
Robbie said to look for a nest on its side. It looks like a bird's nest.
Bird's nest. Yep. Interesting.
Now, has anybody actually told you about stuff that they've had happen, or?
Yes, as a matter of fact, yes. Yeah, we just actually, good friend of ours, they just came home from a UP vacation, and they had a kind of a Class B sighting, which I won't share because maybe we'll get them to come on sometime, but it was quite funny because it was validating to me in the fact that they came back and looked at me and said, "You're not crazy."
Now, was that Bigfoot or is that a dog man?
I would say most likely probably a Sasquatch because they had rocks thrown at them and a few things like that. So
That's crazy.
I wonder if Dogman builds nests like Bigfoot does. I wonder about that.
well, Robbie seemed to kind of think so, maybe, huh? Robbie, was that nest you're referring to more Bigfoot or Dogman?
I remember him talking about that nest. You could disappear inside of it. He said you couldn't even see him and he was standing up in it.
That's frightening.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Hunting blind.
Okay.
Question is, for what?
So what do you think for you and your daughter for the future? I mean, is this something you're going to start poking around there a little more, or have you been doing so? Or
Robbie said for a dog man.
I haven't been.
we need proof. We need solid evidence of
We'll
dog
keep going. We had to take some time off. We had a family situation, but no, we'll definitely keep going. I don't know how the winter months will treat us, but we have some time. So
Yeah, this is actually for here. October is prime time. This
Yeah.
is prime time. Stuff happens here. So, excuse me. So, and it seems to be starting for Jeff and whatever it was this morning for me. So, here we go. Hang on, Chad. Found a 6.5-inch canine track inside it. Wow. Yeah, are you awake, Jeff?
I was just sending a message.
Okay.
Yeah, when it gets near the end of the show, you always see Jeff looking down. You're kind of worried.
How about orbs? Obviously, not seeing any orbs, or
I have never seen an orb.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
So are you willing to get a group together and go out and hunt for it? Or-
Hunt for it.
You mean look for it?
Look for it?
I
Maybe.
don't mean hunt for it. It's for it.
No. Look for it. Yes,
I
absolutely.
wouldn't do that to anybody. I wouldn't want
Yeah,
to.
no, look for it. Of course.
Yeah, that's a good question, Catherine. How about nightmares? Do you have any nightmares or anything?
No nightmares. I mean, I'm pretty safe and secure in my house. I have two nice big dogs, and like I said, well armed and secure in my home. So no nightmares. But
you also
it
have
runs you needing to taking the trash down to the end of the driveway by yourself.
Maggie's also got trespassers that wander onto the property too.
We do at times, yes.
Would you please tell them what you did that made those guys run off like a?
I'm sure most of you have heard the howl that Robbie and DA have, the Ring doorbell howl.
Yeah.
I might have played that on a speaker to some poachers that might have been on our property.
Oh, that'll take care of that.
A series of headlamps going in skewed directions led me to believe that maybe they had multiflora rows in places they didn't know they had. After that,
Nice.
they left.
Move. That's cool.
I might have to try that the next time I have something going on over here.
We're very remote, and it was very dark out and a very quiet night. So I bet they probably had some really brown pants.
Robbie's over here laughing.
It's got the job done.
It
Sorry.
did.
I'll just have to grab the Bluetooth speaker of my phone and.
They might think twice about returning, or they come back with something else. I don't know.
Bigger crew.
Hopefully, I don't call anything in on them while I'm.
So, what about you, Abby? After being the lucky one to film that video, I mean,
Yeah.
how's that change your perspective any, or just
It just gets the wheels turning a little bit more. I mean, obviously something's out there. What it is beyond me. It would have been cool to see it had my mom not taken the spotlight out of the side-by-side. But
The spotlight was in the side-by-side. It was the damn battery that was
batteries,
in
yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
That's weird that your gas gauge did that the night that Kristen saw that thing.
Tell me about it. Yeah, I totally missed it. Totally missed it. But I guess it just was not meant for me to see. That's how I make myself feel better.
Robbie says they're going to play it when they go to Moon Valley and see what happens.
Oh, Lord. Ooh, that'd be scary.
I'll go with you, but I'll be sitting in the truck with the engine running.
Leave the doors unlocked.
Channeling my inner Dale Earnhardt as I vacate the premises.
Yeah, right.
That's
Well, tell us a little bit about your co-hosting with the podcast you all have.
Oh, with Daniel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I help him out once in a while. Not too often. It was a little more earlier this summer. And then, like I said, we had some family stuff that took place, so I took a break. So I might go back to helping him here in the next couple weeks, do a few things, and Abby's going to be helping him out with a few things as well. So.
Okay. When is that particular show on? Just let people know.
Daniel's got a whole different schedule right now than when I was helping him, but I think he and I will be doing some Saturday night lives. But I think he's kind of releasing stuff he has a Wednesday release right now that he does.
Yeah, I started watching him because he was on. It seemed like he was on all the time.
He was.
I'd get up to work and he'd have a show at 6 o'clock in the morning, or get up.
Doing morning coffee and night chatter. Yeah, he had a whole lot going on for a while. So.
Do you know how many people we kicked off of the morning live?
Oh, it was terrible. People were awful.
Well, he gets people from all over the world on there. I'm assuming they're from all over the world.
They were, yeah, and it was kind of crazy. There was some crazy stuff going on.
It was nuts, wasn't it, Maggie?
Yeah. Oh, they were terrible. The things they'd say.
We had to be like quick draw. Stuff would come up, and you'd like blocking like 8 people at a time. It was insane.
What time in the morning was it?
I'd say
like 6:30.
okay,
It was pretty early.
Yeah.
6:30 Central.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You're Central, aren't you? Maggie, aren't you Central?
No,
Are you
We're the same time zone.
we're on Eastern.
Eastern
Yeah, they're
time.
on Eastern.
Oh, Eastern. Okay, I'm Central. So
But he's in Missouri, so
Daniel's in Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah, he's in Minnesota. That's right. I get the M's all confused.
Well, for some of us, probably overseas traffic, because it would be afternoon.
Evening for them. So yeah, he was getting some interesting folks. I mean, he garnered a lot of cool new people, but yeah, there were some interesting
Oh
comments.
my god, there were some wackos on there. I'm like, who is up this early doing this? Like,
Wow. You're right in their prime time overseas. So that'd be my guess.
So Jerry, tell me more about your eye shine you saw this morning.
My eyes. Wait a minute, it's my show. I'm asking you. I'm kidding. I take my wife to work. She works at 12, and they got to park like really far away from the hospital. She works at the hospital.
and
So I'll
shady
take her to
stuff
work.
happens.
Go ahead, Joe. What?
Shady stuff happens when you park too far away from the hospital.
Yeah, it's happened there.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'll pick her up, et cetera, et cetera. And so we pull out of here, still dark, and pull down the driveway, make a left out of the driveway. And it's all wooded down through there. And I said, well, there's eyes. It's a deer. I know it's a deer. And sure enough, here comes the body of a deer. But I kept seeing a pair, brighter, similar color, down on the ground, literally on the ground. It would look away, look away. Either watching it or obviously here comes a car, us. And then I slowed down when I got to that. I didn't see the eyes anymore on the ground. I mean, literally ground level. It had to be laying on the ground flat, And there's no drop off there at the roadside. There is a tiny stream bed there, but it's not enough for even like a farm to be down low. or whatever. But and I got to that spot and I slowed down and looked. I didn't see anything. Didn't see anything matted down, but other than the deer walking across the road. And I'm sure it's. I'm not saying it's anything, but there was a pair of eyes literally at ground level, watching it and us coming at it.
That's bizarre.
Then they did disappear, and then when, like I say, I slowed down. I just looked, there was nothing there. So
Yeah, and the weird thing was, you would think if it was a deer, it would have got up and it would have
got up and followed the other one. You would
followed
think.
the other ones and not disappeared.
Now the color of the eyes were a goldish color. Okay, they weren't the pale yellow like I know what I seen down here on the next road. That might I know what that was. There's no denying the size, how far apart, height, dropping straight down, staring at you. But this particular one was a goldish color, so I'm sure it was a deer of some sort.
And now the one you saw
maybe.
drop, that was a big eye shine.
Oh my gosh, you ain't denying that pale yellow what that was. Yeah, that was scary stuff.
That was what, 2:00 in the morning when you saw that one?
No, that was a little before 10 p.m.
Okay.
It was 2001. I was early November of 2001. 2020. Sorry, 2020. Yeah.
There's
But
the
whatever
squatchy
that
cowboy.
Whatever that
Yeah.
was. Joe Pass. Hey, Joe.
He wanted to know if this was the Home Shopping Network.
Wow. What you buying?
Hey, what you looking for, Joe? I got ammo and pew-pews if you want to buy those.
You don't want to be selling any of that stuff right now.
No, I'm
We
not
got to
selling
stay
any.
professional, man. We got to uphold something here because her next show's with Roger, the talker.
Oh,
He's not even in here tonight.
Yeah, well, we don't rate with him, man. Come on, we're just little backwoods rednecks. That's all.
oh, you guys are wonderful.
We haven't made it to the Untold Network.
The Untold Network.
This network's just fine with me. No
I
offense.
think this network is great.
Yep. It's all good. Roger, we're picking on you. We love you, buddy. If you ever decide to watch this show. Okay. He's on here sometimes.
You say just bring him back on, then he's got to watch it.
But anyway. Chad, you're awful quiet tonight. You're usually loaded for bear, man.
That's
I,
right, man.
Wow, where's the
What's wrong
question?
with that next?
I usually write down questions, and I wrote a whole wrong group of questions down. So I thought she was a researcher. I knew who Maggie was, but when you wrote the thing, I thought it was like, I took it as like she was a researcher, so I wrote research questions down. And not a damn question really matches up with when I,
Give her a shot at it. Ask her a researcher question. See how she handles it.
They specifically say researchers when I write them. I don't have any questions. I got these, but yeah.
I said ask her a researcher question. See how she handles it.
Let me see what have I got here. How do you separate genuine sightings from hoaxes?
Well, I've never been hoaxed. I've only had a genuine sighting, so
There
I
you go.
can't separate them. I'm sorry.
Perfect.
I take everybody that comes on these shows as genuine. Again, I've always said that I don't disbelieve somebody until they lie to me, and then I disbelieve them, or I catch them in a lie, I guess I should say. So everybody that says their experiences tells me their experiences, I believe 100% what they're saying. And you can kind of tell when somebody's fibbing because, most people we have on our shows have been on other shows. And so when you interview somebody, if they're saying something different than what they said on the other show with the same story, but it's different now, then you kind of know that maybe it's not,
Okay, Chad.
fine.
Anyway, yeah, it's a good question, Robert. How long, Maggie, have you lived at your location? And is this the first activity at this location that you have seen? Yes, but you've got reports, as you mentioned. But
I have lived in this area most of my entire adult life in this particular house for 5 years.
okay,
There's a question.
Yep.
When did Maggie first become a believer? Was it initially Bigfoot or Dogman?
Bigfoot originally, yes.
I don't know.
And Bigfoot, and I guess, if you're going to believe in Bigfoot, Dogman might as well follow along with it because, you can't really toss one aside and say that doesn't exist if the other does.
Hey, you know what? That footage is on the dash cam. I'm going to download that from this morning.
We'll do it before you forget about it.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I got to go do that. I'll be back. I'm sorry.
Maybe we'll get to see it.
I might get to hear something when I go out there too.
Yeah, I wish I had something around here, but
No, you
nothing
don't.
yet.
You-
Nothing yet. No, I do. And then
Careful
maybe I won't. And then maybe I won't afterwards, but I really do want to hear something or see something. The fingerprints weren't enough. I mean, that was pretty cool, but
Fingerprints are pretty personal.
the
What'd I say? What I said it was low, Robbie. I'm sorry, buddy.
it was definitely because my wife saw orbs. There's a whole long story that went along with that, but my wife had seen orbs earlier, and then I came back to the SUV, and it was the next day. I got up and walked around the back, and we made sure when we pulled into the place that there was, there was gravel when you pulled in, so lots of dust, and we made sure we didn't touch the windows. And the next day, like I said, about 2:00 in the afternoon, we went back and there was thumbprints, fingerprints, palm prints, like something had looked in the window, like this, and they were looking in. So we brought Flat Rock and some other people over. I think Roger, Flat Rock, a few others, and they looked at it. And Flat Rock, since he's had a lot of experience, he's just like, those are fingerprints, and I'm like, well, yeah. They're definitely fingerprints, but he's like, no, those are like a juvenile. And the reason was because, on your, okay, I know my finger's somewhere. There it is. From this area here to the center on these fingerprints, the center of your finger has like the little circle.
Yep.
Was about an inch and a half distance. So if you look at my finger, it's probably maybe half inch. So these, whatever it was, fingers were really long, at least.
How cool.
So that was pretty cool.
That's way cool.
Yeah,
It
go
was,
back and watch that. We had photographs and stuff on that show. It was pretty good stuff.
And they were greasy too. That's the other thing.
Yeah, they were on. It rained that night, and we went back home and we went into Georgia to the Lodge cast iron skillet place. And I got out, and they were still there after all the rain and everything.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it was pretty neat. But that's I still want to see eye shine. I still want to see, something. Or a howl. I'll do a howl.
The Squatchy Cowboy asked a question.
Far away.
He wants to know what you and Abby think Bigfoot is.
I think Bigfoot is a flesh and blood creature.
Most definitely.
Yeah. I've not entered the woo camp yet as far as portals go. I think if they could portal, they would be in everybody's living room at this point. I'm not into beam me up there yet. And that's not to say that I'm discrediting anyone who has seen, or that's just, I'm not there yet. Flesh and blood creature, 100% at this point in the game. Patrick, no, not any snow yet, but darn cold. 31 last weekend and 36 tonight.
Only Hillary. Omri.
Oh, there's Hillary girl.
She is Omri. Anyway.
She's one of our best wrenches.
What'd you call
yeah.
her?
Yep, she is.
Oh, wrench
Wrench with an R.
Oh, okay.
That's cool stuff, man. Michigan, man. Just more information from Michigan. That's awesome.
it's just being involved in all these, watching all these shows and talking to people. It's it's definitely a phenomenon all over the United States, all over the world, that these things exist, and for people to discount it is just blows me away. That
a lot do, and Lord help them one day if they ever have the wrong experience.
I think the discounting and the discrediting is just more along the lines of fear. I mean, people are just afraid.
Yeah, and it's just what's the matter now?
Full moon over Blackie.
Full moon over Blackie. That's because he took his hat off.
Hey.
Maggie, Patrick wants to know if you've been out hunting yet.
Just over the weekend out to the stand just to take a look around, but no, it's been nasty here. It's been cold and rainy and crappy. We had one nice day, and then I had the stomach flu, so no.
That was a pretty cool picture of that owl you sent me.
That was pretty cool. That was out on a
yesterday.
side ride. Yeah. Pretty big barred owl flew out in front of us and then just landed in the tree right to my right. So I got some nice photos of him.
And then you had your turkeys scratching around the house today.
Turkeys out in the backyard.
Do you have grouse out there?
Not too many around our house here. Out east of us, we have a nature preserve, and there are quite a few of them out there.
We don't have them around here. We've got nuisance birds. We got blackbirds and
easy
buzzards, and that's all sorts of.
We have a lot of eagles, owls,
geese, eagles.
Yeah, we have a lot of Canadian geese. We have what's called the Todd Farm, which is a whitetail sanctuary and a goose sanctuary. So it's a flyaway for the Canadian geese. Which
do you have blue herons?
Yes, lots.
Oh.
Blue herons, green herons.
Here we go. Go
I
ahead,
was
Joe.
talking about something that'll scare you shrieking at night.
Oh, they're creepy birds even during the day.
I know. But I've also heard them mimic a heron, which is weird.
Well,
when you're being surrounded by herons at 4:30 in the morning, that is not a heron.
Two here right now. Each end of the front woods. Drive you bananas.
Oh wow.
They are loud.
One morning I was getting ready to milk, and I went into the pet to start moving around into the freestall barn to put them all in the milk. And there was one here, one there, and one on this side of the manure pit. And they sounded off. They did not sound like a normal heron. It was a poor imitation at best of a heron. And I was like, well, it's a good thing I'm walking into the barn right now with all these cows, so I have a warning system if something happens.
We have a lot of sandhill cranes here also.
I think the only thing we have around here seems to be crows.
Now, we've got them too.
Mm-hmm.
Crows, red-tailed hawks. Used to manage the crows until I realized they were better at keeping the hawks away from my chickens than I was.
Crows are awesome, man.
For now, the crows are on patrol on a regular basis.
I told my wife I wanted a crow, and I don't think she's down with it.
Oh, they're incredibly smart birds.
I wouldn't mind having a domesticated raccoon.
I have a stuffed one behind me. I have a taxidermy raccoon right there. It's holding a box of Cracker Jacks.
On a box of Cracker.
Yes.
I thought about getting a bear standing up next to the door holding a beer for me. When I walk in the door, I could just, take it from him.
That's kind of a cool idea. You need a bear beer fridge.
Bear fridge.
And there you go.
A bear with a little mini fridge in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure some rich
probably already been done, but
I'm sure. Sure has.
I paid about $3,000 for this bear over here, and I assure you he does not have a beer fridge in him.
Does he at least have a picnic basket?
I mean, I could set one in front of him.
Yeah, dress him up, man.
$3,000, you better have something.
Right? Something to show for it.
That was just for mounting him.
Yeah, we have our own stuffed milkman.
Thanks, Patrick.
Joe has a Black Crowes CD. All right.
Yep, got that too.
I wish we still had we used to have quail here years ago, pheasants, all that stuff. Jerry remembers back when the pheasants were around here.
Yeah. Good question. You follow any Michigan researchers?
No, not really. Brian Sawyer sometimes, but that's about it. If I catch him, if he has a podcast going. I happen to be in the same area he was a few weeks ago when we were out on a side-by-side ride. He was up by Irons, Michigan, and I happened to see him and his group while he was out there. But not really, no, not too much for researcher, except really in my own backyard, it would seem.
You need to talk to Brian Barber sometime.
Mm-hmm.
He's
There's
got
another
some good
person
stuff.
up there too. We interviewed somebody like the week after.
Oh yeah, David Wilfong.
David Wilfong. Yeah. There's two of them. They're in the same general area of Michigan. And
David's actually Native American.
yeah, a lot of activity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe northern central Michigan, maybe.
Yes. Yeah, they're north of you. Yeah.
David had some good stuff.
Yeah. I forget what shows they are. I'll tell you what show numbers they were, but I
Yeah, be interested to touch base and see what's going on.
Maggie, I'll have to find it, but Barber sent me a video, and I showed it to Jerry, of a deer getting pulled off camera by something.
Ooh,
yeah.
And I don't know where it was taken. I don't know if it was in Michigan or where it was, but he found it on an old episode from some show. And it literally looks like that deer is looking behind it and acting like it's going to try to run.
and
And
something
it almost looks like, you know how in the old days they take you off the stage with the hook?
and pull you back.
And
Whoa.
that's
Like-
what happened on this trail cam video.
Pretty serious neck jerk too on a deer when it happened.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, it was like,
He's very mean. He is. He has no respect for his elders. Jeffrey. She got you.
Jeffrey.
She got you, buddy. I get even with him. I just call him real early in the morning when he's not out of bed yet.
I happened to stumble across a podcast last Friday when I was working. And it was just it was a Christian podcaster out of California, and he had done it just as a Halloween. And this is my actual dog man encounter. He goes, this is not something that I would normally ever do, but it's seeing as how Halloween is coming. And he posted it and he played his encounter, but it was from Bloomingdale, Michigan, which is a town which is only 45 minutes south of here. We're in the same county, which I thought was rather crazy.
Wow.
Happened to have stumbled across that. Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yep.
That's cool.
that is crazy.
Ye old line
And
cricket.
Michigan is big for when it comes to dog man.
Yes, we're the dog man story. Well, Traverse City is not far from here at all. In Wexford County, Music, that's only 2 hours north of here.
I'm sure my cousin's not a believer, so I wouldn't think. He's from here. He's from Maryland.
From
He lives
Maryland.
in Michigan. Does he live in Michigan?
Yeah, they Traverse City. Yeah, I haven't seen him in years.
That's a neat area. Traverse City is pretty.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not too far outside of Traverse City. Barber and
Oh.
that other.
I've got to do this for Bud. I.O. Had to finish that.
Oh Lord, here we go with the Here we go, Michigan State, Ohio. Oh boy. Well, it's okay because we are Penn State, even though I'm not Pennsylvania. Used to live in Pennsylvania. She's scratching. She's being awful quiet on that one. So
I'm not going to root for Ohio State.
my mother-in-law is a huge Ohio. She's from Ohio.
I'm
Huge
glad
Ohio.
I don't care about sports.
I don't either.
It's so less stressful that I don't care about sports. The only time I get offended by sports is when my ex-wife would ask me to go to Ravens games during hunting season.
What a
And,
waste of money that is.
yeah,
The Ravens are horrible.
$12 for a mixed drink.
Oh, anything's like that now, Jeff. I mean, you
Hey,
could go to.
if I'm gonna have to suffer through the game, I better be getting some sort of refreshment.
Okay, we're rambling on, folks.
Yeah, this is like the after-hour show.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
That's a Beards of Booger thing. Right.
Gary, that's when we used to ride on Squeak Edwards school buses to the games.
Squeak! Oh my lord!
Squeak Edwards.
Don't even go there. Squeak Edwards. Lord have mercy. Lord help us. Yes, I know.
Only man I know that'll wear shorts in the middle of winter.
Different individual.
Good night, Robbie. Thank you.
Yeah, Robbie.
See you, Robbie.
Guess I'll have a show. What? Tomorrow night?
Wednesday.
I believe.
Wednesday.
But providing I know what day, that's Tuesday.
Yeah, thanks, bud. 300 for cigars and whiskey. Thanks a lot, bud. This is what happens when I go camping with Bud and Angie. I end up spending $300 at a Masonic Lodge
Raffle or
raffle and a silent auction. And Maggie, Angie looks at me and goes, "There's no way you're going to win both of those." And we're sitting at the in the place getting ready to do the ghost tour, which is where Angie's daughter got touched by a spirit in the basement that night. And yeah, that was an adventure. That place was weird.
Yeah.
I was sweating sitting in there when they were talking about all the stuff that happened there. I started getting sick.
Had you been touched by the spirits or in the spirits?
What spirits are we talking about?
That's alcohol.
I don't know, but I didn't spill a margarita on me like Angie did.
It got quiet.
Bud and I still laugh about that. That was a fun weekend. We're gonna have to drag Maggie up here to Gettysburg.
I would love to see the battlefield. I want to see Ghost on the battlefield. But I
You'll
don't
see
want to
Ghost.
ride around in my car with me.
There's
When
plenty to see.
Clark and Rebecca came up, they went to Gettysburg.
Did you ask them if they saw anything? They were there during the day, though.
Yeah, they were there during the day. They didn't.
They
They
were
weren't
pushed
there.
for time. Yeah, my wife will tell you all you want to know about Gettysburg at night. It's creepy. She's had
Yeah,
some,
Yes, it is.
yeah, she's had
Then
some.
you've got.
We're actually going to have a show soon
Yeah.
with her and some other ladies that have ghost occurrences stuff.
Abby, you'd like the spooky ghost stuff, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Do you have any of your own? Any occurrences or?
Not so much.
Have you ever seen a Confederate cavalry officer riding in your truck?
No.
Damn you, Chad. Damn you, Chad. Damn you, Chad. Don't even laugh, Chad.
Told you, Abby.
Yeah, I had a guy tell me about that at work at the Battlefields Hall at Hay. Got in his pickup, started driving. The guy was sitting right there next to him.
Yep.
Stay tuned. You'll hear it again on our Beards and Boogers Ghost Show. I might just let the ladies do the OLC Ghost Show. I think we'll just do it that way.
I would, yeah.
Have an all-female show and a show called Beards and Boogers. Don't make sense. Unless they want to wear fake beards or something. I don't know.
Could have lashes.
Hey,
more
I've
than
had
two
another
years.
name for the show, but we probably shouldn't say it.
Easy. He's probably right. I think Hillary's going to be on that show with him too. That'll be
She
interesting.
said she would
Oh,
be.
Lord. You better get the delete button ready if Hillary's going to come on.
She'll be all right. She'll be all right. Should be fine. Yeah, you ladies don't have any ghost stories. You'd be welcome to come on and tell them.
I don't have any ghost stories. Just one fateful evening. I think you were, 14 and had a whole group of girls over, and I had an African gray parrot that could howl like a werewolf. And she emptied the whole house out with a bunch of girls that were watching scary movies in the middle of the night.
I bet.
Maggie, that's funny you mentioned that. I had a yellow-headed Amazon, and one night I was sitting there, I had all the lights off, was watching TV, and I hear,
Oh, no.
and I'm like, "What the hell is that?" I figured out it was this parrot, and you don't see their mouths move,
No.
but I
They
was
can just
freaking out. I didn't know what it
remember
was. Like, what is that sound? I'm glad
That's like
somebody
when
else
you're
had
in the
that
house
experience.
at night and your kids' old toys start going off.
Yeah, then you throw them in the trash.
Yeah.
I didn't need that.
You know what I
had
do? You took it out in the front yard and took a hammer to it.
this same said parrot, Abby taught to greet me when I came home from work, and then tried to convince me that she was not the one that taught it to say it. However, it said it in her voice. So I would come home from work and I walk in and I hear, "What are you doing here, asshole?" I didn't teach you that, Mom. I didn't teach you that. And I'm like, in your voice, you did.
Brandon's Bears and Booger show happening. I don't know when the next one will be. The ladies show will be soon. It'll probably be a Sunday evening because everybody.
we never know when Beards and Boogers is happening.
I was going to say, Jerry, if you want to do that, if depending, obviously Sunday evening, we could.
It'll be after your show, right after.
Well, you don't know.
kinda
We
lead
could.
right into it.
I was going to say, you could just do it at our time slot. We wouldn't care because
No,
Erica's
it's
going to be on it.
Right. But
Yeah.
you do your show, and we'll just go right into ours.
Okay.
That's the way I'm thinking about doing it. Once I get all the ladies together, and
Gotcha.
that can do it and everything. So
Get them all organized.
yeah, pick a date and do it. So okay, we're still rambling.
Yeah.
Still rambling.
Abby, did your kids go to sleep yet?
I've got one up. She's sick.
Oh, no.
Got a pretty bad cough, so she's not going down easy.
No fun.
You got your whiskey?
I don't. Me and
Oh.
Whiskey don't get along, so it doesn't stay in the house.
Ah, okay.
Mine gets along pretty well. It's sitting right next to the computer.
Question Cowboy says nowadays some women have beards.
Oh, Joe pass.
Good point. Yeah, good point. But I'm not looking for those type of women. And we have a few people playing. I think Rebecca's coming on, and Erica, my wife, Cindy, and
Hillary.
Hillary, and a couple others. So there's
I
plenty.
say that. What's her name? The girl from last week's show.
Yeah. She's
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth is going to come on too. And really, we can only have. I think we can have up to 10 people, but
Hillary's going to wear a cape.
she worries me. she worries me. But if you got a female and you got a ghost story or happening or something like that, we want to hear about it. So
I will wear a cape, she says.
And we'll get to monitor the chat room while everyone's going crazy.
yes, yeah, I'll just be kind of sitting off to the side here. Just making sure everything's running okay. So it'll be fine. But it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Cindy had some goofy stuff happen there at Gettysburg when she took her niece out there and stayed in one of the bed and breakfasts out there. Jenny Wade house, maybe it was. Very, very haunted. Very haunted. And she got to experience it. So
That's cool.
the happenings, the things in the room that changed that they absolutely had nothing to do with, and voices talking, and there's nobody there. So,
That's scary stuff.
yeah, that's anyway. It's seriously haunted. Well,
I'd rather see eyes in the woods and fear them charging me than having voices
Yeah.
in my mouth.
exactly. Yeah, I'm not
He's just going to have ghost deer.
ghost.
Ghost deer, that's fine. Ghost deer, dogmen, Bigfoot. I'll take that over demonic voices and spookies in the house.
I've seen plenty of paranormal stuff. I'd rather have something that if it's coming at me, I know what to do.
Rather know what way to run.
Yeah. You
I
all
don't want to have to call a priest to get the holy water and have to start blessing the house with sage and all that stuff.
I agree.
Well, again, you'll get to hear Maggie again later this week, Thursday.
Yeah,
What's up?
Abby too. It's a busy week for us,
Yeah.
but it has been great fun as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So another story from Michigan, another happening from Michigan. I got to stop using the word story. The story is fiction or nonfiction.
Right.
We
That was
believe
an honor
100%.
to see that one.
video is freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely.
If that don't open some eyes, I don't know what will. So
Well,
And I
thank you
haven't
so much
scratched
for
the back of
having
my
us.
neck yet.
Jeff talked over you again. What'd you
Said he
say?
didn't scratch the back of his neck yet, so in other words, he stayed awake for it.
No, don't. This is probably one of his nights he'll be on a late chat with somebody, group of people.
I'm sure, but I
You
do have
see
an itch
pictures
on
of
my
3 or
neck.
4 o'clock in the morning of him. So.
Yep. They used to call me for that, and I'd stop. I wouldn't answer. I was like, I'm not talking at 2 o'clock in the morning on the phone.
No, that's too late. I start work at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. So
Yeah.
Well, Greg House, he'll come in sometime around midnight, and he doesn't sleep till like 5 a.m. So, because he works weird hours.
but he was heating and cooling, right?
Yeah, people call him at weird times for stuff.
Well, that's when things break. They don't ever break at a convenient time.
True
No.
story. I did heating and air for 10 years. Yep. Pain in the butt.
Abby, you know about that.
Especially
What?
when your heating oil runs out in the middle of the night because the guy that was supposed to be dropping it off forgot to fill it, and then you got to go drain your tank out after all that nasty crud builds up in the bottom, and you can put the wonderful new filters and all the other stuff on there.
Abby knows she works in property management. People call her all hours of the day and night. For
Oh, I
yeah.
bet. I bet.
It's not a fun time,
What a horrible job. I'm
I've
sorry.
got
No way.
honestly.
No
I've
way.
got a friend that he actually called me the other night. He does property management on that. But he oversees like all the maintenance guys. And these 2 guys that work there are probably going to get fired because they didn't do what he said to do, and they ended up flooding the whole damn apartment complex.
Yikes.
Yeah.
There's a couple new maintenance men for you, Abby.
Oh yeah, just what I want.
He said when they took out when they put him in charge of it, there were so many idiots in there. They ended up firing like 15 people
Mhm.
because it just they were not apparently able to do anything.
Hillary. She is hard on her husband, man. I'm telling you. Wow.
My husband fixed the heat last fall. Now we're having a new one.
Have a new one put
We're
in.
getting a new one.
Wow.
Sometimes those things happen.
He fixed it.
Sometimes
Yeah.
that happens.
See, we need a new one. All right. Okay. Haven't had a refrigerant leak in 10 plus years. Yes. Yep. I did a lot of that too. Yep. All right. Thanks for coming on, Maggie.
Hey, thanks for
Absolutely.
having us, guys. It's been fun.
Again, you catch him this Thursday on Squatch and Holler
Yep.
on the Untold Radio Network with
Roger,
Mr. Roger Williams.
Amanda,
We'll
and
have to
Is that 7 p.m. show?
8. I
Eight.
think
8 Central?
7 Central.
7 Central. Okay.
7
8
Central.
Eastern. So.
And we'll have to get Kristen on one night when she's not dying and get her to talk about what she saw across the road while you were staring at the gas gauge.
Yeah, we'll have to have a part 2 when everybody's healthy.
Sure. We'll bring y'all back on. That's a good idea.
We'd like to do that.
Cool. Okay.
Hillary, put the rubber mallet away.
Well, thank you very much, guys. It's been great and chat. Great. Sorry I couldn't keep up and chat and talk with all of you guys, but thank you all much for all your great words and support and hellos and good nights. Appreciate it all.
Like, subscribe, share. It's free, folks. Help us get to 1,000. We're Not there yet, but we're inching ever so close every few days or so. We pick up a couple here and there. But
Closer and closer.
Yep, just hang backstage and we will shut this sucker down.
All right.
Shut her down. I can't believe we're not on here for 2 or 3 hours.
I'm trying to be nice to you, Jerry.
I'll just take off Jack and close up. It don't matter. He's going to get tired of that soon too. Anyway, thanks everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Next week.
Oh, they were saying prayers for Allie on there, Abby. That was sweet.
Aw, thank you.
Next week we have
Mr. Mark Green.
All right.
Mean Mark Green.
November the 4th, we have Mr. Mark Green. Lots to talk about with him too. So,
Oh, I want to say before everybody leaves the chat.
how about your show coming up?
Oh, Sunday, 5:00. Might be talking about 5G. We'll see. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Talking about the effects of 5G and the conspiracies that go along with it. So we'll see on that one.
What else
5
is
o'clock
you wanted to say, Chad?
Do what?
You said you wanted to say something else before you left.
Oh, I do. I said something on our show, and I want to say it here. Everybody in chat, November 1st, be careful around your grocery stores. The EBT ends, EBT and SNAP. So just be careful. Watch yourself in the parking lots, just in case. Just be safe. Keep your head on a
It's a
swivel.
good public service announcement. Just keep
Yes.
your situational awareness about you.
Absolutely.
And I will be situationally aware so nobody comes trying to steal beef out of the market, please.
Yeah.
Or out of your pastures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't going to matter. Yeah, right.
And if that happens, they're going to meet a very angry midget with a spotlight and a.
It was you in my woods.
There's going to be a lot of stuff.
There may be a zip line coming across the pasture at you, so watch out.
Somebody's going to have a show. Somebody's going to be on one of the cryptid shows saying they saw a midget dwarf out in the middle of a field.
With a headlamp.
All right. That's it.
Jeff. All right. Thank you all. We'll see you next week.
Guys, thanks.
You guys hang tight.
Oh, that was fun.